Making some coffee. No fly. No, shoe. Mm. No water. What? It's only a temporary outage. How you guys doing? How's everyone doing? Why is the picture so bad? What's going on? Because I'm pointing the wrong way. No, something else is wrong. Oh, one of you are here. Hello. How's it going? Where's my other phone? Here, Dad. Go into my live stream. And you know, living temporarily all the time is not necessarily a bad thing. Uh-oh. Wow. Nice commercial. Nothing but cars in it. I'm trying to open my live chat. It's working. That was a long commercial. And am I live? There we go. As live as I'm going to get. I didn't go into town yesterday and get as I said I was going to get. Oh well. See you, Luffy. Oh. Hey folks. How's everyone doing? Oh. Oh, yeah. I took the well, I should show you what's going on. I'm changing the car over to travel. Let me show you. I should get power to this thing too. So in preparation to put this back into the car, the solar panels, I have to gather up all my trash. There's the pizza from the other night. It's now in Ziploc baggies and in the fridge. And the water course is all. So I put all my dirty clothes away. It's down underneath all that. There's my other shoes. My clean bag is right there, that brown thing right there. That's my clean clothes. And I have a little blanket right there. And then that's my foam for my mattress. So I rearrange everything a little bit. This red case goes on top of that guy, and then that moves over to here and over so that the solar panels can slip along the wall over there. There's a bit of work involved with moving camp. It's not as clean cut, but it takes about 30 minutes to do it properly and with low sweat, I guess. Low effort. That's what's up at camp. But yeah, I'm always living in a temporary situation. I get uncomfortable if I'm at a campsite more than 3 days. It gets old. Uh, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but it's something. Hey Debbie, how you doing? What's going on with my phone here? Am I live? Oh, Bill writes, how does Rita Joe find these things? He's commenting on my video, one of the videos I released today, the spiral jetty. Night vision camera sure does a great job. He's talking about how night vision cameras back in the day when he was in the service uh, looked green. Um, this camera does the same thing. It's a different setting. I don't like that setting as much. I like the artificial color. It makes it look like you're looking at like a comic book almost. Anyway. And Rita Joe answered. That's really cool. That's cool. Rita Joe's, oh, I just closed the darn window. Gotta do this all over again. God damn it. Okay, at least I don't have to sign back in again. Okay, good. Um, only 5 people here. It's a strange thing for me to be on right now. Usually it's at night or in the morning. So I switched it up. Oh, temporary. Today is a very temporary day for me. I'm packing up to go into Pahrump, just a mile or two away, and refill water, get some supplies to come back to camp. Now, it's supposed to be heating up starting Friday. It's supposed to be creeping up in temperature a little bit, so I'm going to move up the hill here. I can get a 15-degree difference in temperature by just going up the hill, not but a few miles. And if I need cooler than that, I go up even further to higher locations up in the mountains. I just spoke with Jenny Gives, and she was telling me that she did a video recently up there in the mountains. Hopefully we get to see that soon. She bought new all-terrain tires, I believe, too, that she was out testing them out. She's going to be a good YouTuber, I think, an explorer. She takes things very seriously and very methodically, for good reason. Your life could be at stake if you don't do the right things. Wow, no comments. No people. Excuse me. Yes, today's Chores and Errands Day. Inspired to Wander. It's it's not super heavy on chores. I have to go pick up a couple things at the store. Nothing huge. They got to get done though. Putting them off only puts them off. Doesn't get rid of them. Paper towels. Dump the trash. Get water. Pick up some groceries and head back to camp. Make camp again somewhere else and start the whole routine again. Unload the car. Rearrange the inside. And sit for a few days while I do some editing. But it's a very temporary life, and I just started thinking about that. And there's no negative parts to that unless you don't like change. Um, yeah, I'm okay with change, so it doesn't really impact me that much. But it's a different way of living. Richard, good morning. Why do I keep popping off live? I don't get that. Inspired to wonder. That sounds great. It'll be cooler on the coast as well. Man, the sunlight is heavy right now. Feel it. I didn't mean to say no comments. I meant no comments question mark. No one's talking. Pixel Peter. Is life or live? I think live is what he meant to say. Man, this sun is killing me. There's no escaping the sun right now, Larry. But if I put on my sunglasses, then I can't read the screen, so. Shakecasters. Shakecasters must be getting notifications. I guess I could just sit in the car. Yeah, all-time lows right now for those two places, but you know what? LA needs their water, you know? They got water rights to that. You're semi-retired. I'm semi-retired as well, I guess. What am I saying? I'm not retired. This is work. The glamorous life of YouTubers who do these travel things. I was addressing that for the past couple days. Um, van life sucks. Van life is a temporary thing all the time, and there's nothing wrong with that. If you're okay with that, there's nothing wrong with living the suck life. If you don't mind the challenges every day of, fighting to boil water just so you can have coffee. But it's a challenge. It's like going to Mars. It's going to be a challenge for the first people that go there, and they probably won't be coming back. It's a one-way trip, from what I understand, and getting back would be was it Herculean attempt? Christine, how you doing? I think some of people I know, friends I know, think that van life might be, the life for them because it's so carefree and so, I'm getting out of the sun, and so easy to do and blah, 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 right? Um, okay, computer, I have to scooch in here. By the way, how'd you guys like my video this morning, the spiral jetty? It's one I've been very interested in getting people's feedback on. Yeah, no Larry talking, blabbing away. But I didn't think it needed it. It was a very simple sculpture, very simple. God darn it. I'm gonna have to set you guys over here. I hate doing this and point you guys up at me. Not that I'm bigger than you guys. It's just I'm fighting light right now. Can you tell? I don't have a UV or a polarized lens on this thing, so it's a cell phone. What can you do? You would think that they would polarize all these lenses. Tom Slick, good morning. Did you or are you meeting up with AJ? I have not received any messages from her. I'm going to reach out again today. I have not raised all the funds to do that trip yet. I don't want to go out there all that way just to do a live stream with her or one video with her. So that would be one of many trips I would make. Anytime I move the car that far, I want to get at least 5 videos done, if not more. And I kind of know where she's going. She told me where she was going, and that area I do need to explore a lot more. So it wouldn't be a wasted trip. No, I have not gone out there yet. Journeys with Joy. Hello. But no, I haven't gone up to meet with her yet. Pixel Peter, about 120 bucks in, raising money to do that trip. It's a lot of money. A trip like that, at minimum, is 800 bucks for fuel, food, uh, and anything else that could go wrong. I like to have that kind of on reserve. Weed? No, no weed. I'm out of cash for weed. Plus, you going into Utah, you can't take weed. Richard, yes, I did. I posted 2 new videos today. No ghosts, but I was in a ghost town, a living ghost town. I'm actually in Nevada right now, Shakecasters. I could have weed. I'm just simply out. I'm at that stage right now that I just don't feel like having weed for a while. I get kind of burnt out on it. Lake Isabella? Christine, Larry, I can't believe you hate editing. Your videos are so awesome. I'd hate to see what's on the cutting room floor. Christine, little change of heart, I guess. The more you get into this YouTube thing, the more editing becomes easier. At the very beginning, when you're learning how to do all this stuff, it's kind of tough. How to shoot everything? Do you shoot everything in sequence or out of sequence? All the issues that may cause. Learning how to make sure all your cameras are really shooting at 30 frames a second or 24 or 60, whatever you decide on shooting with. How your editing program works, stuff like that. And then once you get all those fundamentals down, how you shoot video impacts on how efficient you are in editing. There's a direct correlation with that. But to address your hate editing, I dislike it a lot. I call it jail time because I'd much rather be out in the wide open, not cooped up in this car and clamming away at the laptop. That's the only big gripe I have is it's a lot of fun to be walking around seeing shit. Can't blame me for that. But I love what I do, Christine. Christine Kilpatrick. I like what I do. I like editing more now that I've have a couple years under my belt. I know how to use editing when I'm filming. The mindset of an editor while you're recording is important. I guess long story short is what I'm saying. When you're out and about traveling around, driving a lot, the number one expense is food and fuel. Um, I get 21 miles a gallon, so um, and that's when I'm on pavement. So my long stretches, I do okay. When I get off road, I get, I don't know, about between, depending on which gear I'm in and for how long, um, it can drop down to about 10, 11, 12 miles a gallon at worst. If I'm just putting around and idle, I can stretch that a bit. But it gets expensive. This Stewport. Welcome to the live stream, Stewport. Hey, Catherine Kennedy, I interrupted a Wonder Hussy video release. Oh my goodness. I must be climbing the the endless rung tower ladder that I'm on. the YouTube louder. Did you stay up in Lone Pine? I did not, in the Alabama Hills. No, you did not miss that. I looked all over Alabama Hills for a camping spot that had service, and I came up with nothing. You have service down near Lone Pine, but as soon as you get into Alabama Hills, you're kind of lost for that. At least my phone, which was Verizon. Oh man, temporary living though. Maybe I was brought up this way. I grew up in the military, so moving every couple of years is something I kind of got accustomed to. Every 2 to 3 years, and I don't know. Maybe I'm just kind of trained that way, just by my natural upbringing. Man, I'm sorry about this. How can I make this any better? This color is... I can't lock down on this phone anything. It's just a piece of crap. This is the Motorola phone, by the way. Christine, I don't mind. Anytime you guys ask people to join or watch my videos, heck, why would I ever complain about that? Yeah, please share as much as you can to everyone on the planet. I need subscribers. I need to up my views. Views are what pays the bills. Or helps pay the bills, I should say. I'm getting fed up with this camera. Maybe I should turn this way? It's the sky behind me that's messing everything up. No matter what I do, unless I get into the car. I have to move this to get into the car. Damn it. Okay. You go here, you go here, you sit here, and this can go with that. Now, let's try this. Ah, there's more. Window. This part sucks. The headroom. As I sit in the sun, which I was just doing, pretty much. Yeah, temporary life. Temporary living. All the time. Nothing's permanent. Everything's dusty. Everything always needs cleaning. Everything is a chore. Van life is not as easy as everyone's making it out to be. It's not this processed, filtered, photoshopped, premiere edited, enhanced video. This is tough life, man. You don't live every day in a national park with a waterfall and birds chirping all the time. And well, in my case, there's a lot of birds, mostly crows or ravens. It's warm out here too, Bobby. Who's that? Who's that? Hey, Shauna. Good morning. Lizards. Lot lizards. Yeah, I was in Windover. Yeah, it was Windover on my trip into Utah, and coming back down south in Utah, I went into Windover, and there were some parking lot lizards there. Couldn't tell if they were guys or girls, to be honest with you. It's really sad. When you can't tell the difference, you know that's a problem. Oh, Zeb's here. Good morning, Zeb. Lot lizards. I didn't see any blonde-haired, old-looking lot lizards. In case Sarah Jane Woodall asks, I did not see Barry. What's this? I'm looking at my comments. Oh yeah, the jetty. Yeah, someone was commenting on the jetty video I just put out today. Christine's gonna go do some boondocking in Tucson. I would go stay at that place if you're going to be close to Tucson. The Indian Bread Campground, I believe, is what it was called. Close to no, it's not really close to Tucson, but it's a great place to boondock. If you ask me, it's. I did a lot of live streams from there actually. Yeah, you get 4G service out there. Bowie, Arizona is where you'll find that location if you're interested in that. Christine Kilpatrick. What's this? A Chocolate Mama? Shauna Hurst. Lot lizards are pretty funny. They're kind of stalker-like. They see you pull up in your car, and you see people watching you. Go in to buy your soda or your beer or your water or whatever it is, and you see them watching you. It's like, what did I do, man? I'm just stopping to get something to drink. You might travel to Pahrump. Hello. That's a long haul from Tucson. That's a day's drive. For me, it is. I don't drive that fast. Shake Cash is going crazy. Shake Cash is going crazy. No, I'm not making a plug, but apparently this is a very good coffee place up in Oregon, so. But temporary living, yes, this is not glamorous life. Those channels that make it out to be glamorous, I think, are the type of people who might also take a photograph of like Death Valley with colors that don't actually exist on this planet and throw those in there and say, yeah, this is what I really saw. I hate misrepresenting in photography. I hate setting things up. I like to use what's around and try to capture what I'm feeling, seeing, and hearing in a photo or even a video. And to see people try to portray this kind of life, whether it's in a smaller car or a nicer RV, that's not how. No, no, it's not a. It's a hard life. Oh, you're 3 free nights at the Westgate. Rock on. October will be perfect for boondocking weather out here. TVR Exploring has a new video out. Yay. I like that channel. TVR Exploring. They explore, or he explores, abandoned mines and mills. I put some food out for the little squirrel guys. That's what I'm looking at. They look like squirrels. They're really small looking squirrels. But I feel like portraying it like I'm doing through these live streams should help. Um, I don't recommend this life for anyone unless you're stubborn, driven, and willing to find the positive light in everything. If you're not like that, it might not be the path for you. I'm just saying. Any hummingbirds around? Not right now. Not in the last couple days. Why I'm giving up this life? Yeah, Sheikasters, they often don't show the hard part, and the hard part is, 99% of the time it's easy to go to a national park, find a waterfall or a scenic spot and say, this is how I'm living my life every day, and that's just not the case. I'm sorry. Up in Flagstaff, yeah, it gets cold up there too in Flagstaff. It's like a new age fad, I believe so, but it's kind of works against that whole new age thing, doesn't it? I mean, they're basically lying to people and making it seem like it's something that it's really not. Yeah, it's cold. It gets cold. Cold is something you kind of learn to live with. But snow is something else. I have not had to live around snow lately. It snowed on my car once while I was sleeping in it, but that was fine. Yeah, always travel with a dog, right? And I like how some channels make it look like, oh, the dog found me. It doesn't quite work out like that, but I guess so. Meet a random dog on a hike. You guys know who I'm hinting at. You did it because you had to. A lot of people do it because they have to. And that's the Bob Wells kind of swelling underneath in his channel. You see a lot of that. I did this 3 years ago because I thought I was going to die. And I was going to have a heart attack or something. The stress and everything was too much for me. So I ended that and I started this. But I didn't leave stress behind. You leave one stress, you pick up another. Just how it works, I guess. Anyway, I'm managing through all the issues that I have going on, and I seem to be, excuse me, on the up and up on that. But I really want to travel more. So if you guys, you can do that down below through the Patreon and Super Chat, all that good stuff. It all adds up to the same thing, which is funding to my next explore. It's like a drug. When you explore, like I just did in Utah, you come back with this loot, basically all this video in a can of everything I just saw, and I want to share it right away. I kind of have to throttle it because I don't have a ton in the can, but I can throttle a little bit. But if I'm on another adventure already putting more in the can, I can put out more videos a week. So If you like my videos, you want to see more, contributing to the channel would definitely help that. Like right now, I'm up to 2 videos a week on average. I'm trying to stay on average 2 a week. I don't include live streams as counting in that. It's actually produced, edited videos that I put up on YouTube that I look as my income, not super chat, not live streams. What's this? What do you guys think? Oh, okay. So you did it because you had to. Sometimes it can that can happen. Yeah, and doing it because you have to is not a it's not a bad thing. You learn a lot when you simplify your life like this, and you live humbly, you live simply. Um, you learn a lot. If you go through that, Bobby, you're a better person at the other end. If you ask me. You and others toughing it out, it's admirable. Most aren't capable of it. Some think they are, and I challenge anyone to try it. But trying it knowing you have a home to go back to is not the same as trying it like I am, where you cut everything off. You burnt those bridges to ever go back in a clean way. It wouldn't be an easy feat for me to get back in the life I was in. Yeah, it kind of would be getting a job, settling down, getting an apartment. But that's not what I'm about right now. What I'm about is this YouTube channel and the exploring and everything that goes with it. And being honest with the viewers out there on what it's like to live like this. Yeah, it gets cold up in Montana. You can get back to living free. I am living free. I got tons of video to keep me busy for weeks on end editing for the channel. I can still do editing if I'm traveling. So what I'm trying to say is I'd like to keep the pipeline of videos stocked. Right now it's a quarter stocked. If I can have it fully stocked, that would mean 2 more trips into the unknowns, one being partly Utah. But again, every time I do these, it's about $800 to get it out the door. Catherine Kennedy, yeah, living in the open is preferable to me. I look at living in an apartment or home or a permanent residence. I don't see that as an advantage at all anymore. I see it as part of feeding that company store, getting addicted to that, make money to pay rent or mortgage, and put gas in the car that takes you to and from work in which you have to go to because you have all these bills. It's this chasing your tail thing. It's the rat race, right? But it's scary from my point of view now. Living the way people do, and I'm not saying it's bad. It's just a different way. But from my point of view, it's frightening to know that I was living that way for my whole entire adult life. It's kind of a waste of time. I had to read the employee handbook. Al Bundy, you cracked me up. Yeah. Living simply, giving up all those modern conveniences, hot water coming out of a faucet. I mean, that's magic, people. When you get down to that level of admiration of what modern society has to offer, as a reason to go back. I mean, that'd be the right reason, I guess, but not for money, not for happiness. That, to me, that would not facilitate being happy. It would make me miserable if I had to go back and do that. You know what I'm talking about, Bobby. Hot water is something that I really, really value a lot. I don't think Al is supposed to be talking about merger unless it's already happened. Shelley Wilkins, hello. The hot water blues. It sucks to make hot water too because you know you're burning money to make hot water, just to wash your hands or something. So I don't actually do that. Yeah, you can start over. Go ahead and hit play from the start, Bill. Welcome to the live stream. Camping is a blessing. I think so, Catherine Kennedy. You do have hot water coming out of the ground in Nevada. You're absolutely right. So much so you can actually cook food in it, as Sarah did. Actually, she warmed up pre-cooked food, so it's not really that bad. Well, Al, you'll make it through just fine. Larry, you ever see the RV folks use black pipe to solar heat their water? Yes, I have, Shakecasters. They have PVC piping, basically, they get from like Home Depot or Lowe's, and they cap it, put fixtures into it to allow you to put water in it. Yeah. But when they freeze, they crack. I did not wash my hair last night. I'll wash it today before I get out of here. Note to self. Fill up containers, because you're out of water, 2 a day. See, I'm down to this much after 24 hours. But having something like that on my car would make it look like I'm living out of it. And I don't want that to be so. I want to be able to park in a Nordstrom parking lot and sleep in the car and no one really bother me. Bobby, simple life on the range. Yeah, you know, it's simple, but there's the other side, which you don't get hot water. It suits me looking scruffy. What are you trying to say, Catherine? Catherine's into the scruffy old men. Exactly. I run antifreeze just like BMW tells you to. I buy BMW antifreeze. So yeah. You can do it right, Bobby. You can build a van and put a hot water heater in it. You know, the ones that you don't need a tank. It just makes hot water as you're running the water through it. That looks pretty cool. I've seen a lot of RVers do that. Your husband is scruffy. Well, you know, I don't have much to look good for today. I need to take a shower. I need to clean the car. It's almost done. It needs to be blown out. There's dust everywhere. I need to really clean it, and I don't feel clean. So why comb my hair and look proper? It's just, it's a beanie day. Cover the mop up. You thought there was a connection about to happen? Well, being married has never stopped me in the past. Catherine Kennedy probably has a way better guy helping her out. Joey and Bobby, what I used to have is a shower head that was hooked up to a hose, that at the bottom of the hose was a little pump. And you would drop that into a bucket of water and you could take a shower. So what I used to do is I had 2 7 or 8 gallon water tanks. And one of those tanks was just to keep myself clean with. The other one was to live off of. So I was taking more showers at that time, but it was a lithium battery rechargeable, 12 volt shower head thing that you just recharge during the day. Well, it worked fine up until the first summer, and the summer heat out in Death Valley, I believe it was 110 to 118 degrees, that range I was living in for a while, before I learned how to go up in elevation like I am now. I killed that battery in the heat, I think. I'm pretty sure it died from heat. Yeah, it worked one day, and then the very next day, I didn't leave it in the water. It was outside and just, coiled up, sitting there, and dropped it back in, and nothing. Wouldn't charge, wouldn't do anything. That was shortly after my tent blew up. But those little gadgets, they work for a little bit. If you don't mind buying them, twice a year, they're basically disposable. I think I paid about $30 for mine. I kind of wouldn't mind having it now that I'd change elevation. I might invest in one of those. I'll put it on my wish list. How's that? I did at Catherine Kennedy. I was using the sunlight. Like right now, if you left 7 gallons out in the sunlight all day, at night it would be perfect for taking a shower. Those foot pump ones are really cool. They're inflatable. I forgot who makes those. They're fairly expensive, but those are kick butt. You pressurize this tank, and it works. Yeah, it's the way to go. Yeah, the collapsible, I'm not really big on. Sorry, I've got notifications going off. Yes, and for me to change elevation, Bobby, drastically, is just to go up this hill. 5-minute drive up the hill, and I'm in 15-degree cooler weather. Nemo. Yeah, those are nice. Little foot pump, pressurizes it. You can use it as a shower. Collapses down to basically nothing for storage. That's probably the way to go. I just tend to puncture and tear things up. I'm really hard on things. They have to be pretty durable. Anyway, yeah, living life like this is not easy at all, but it is fun if you like the challenge of living like this. It's like constantly problem solving. Someone had to rewind and watch again? What? Oh, the Spiral Jetty is getting some accolade. David Southers. Bravo, encore. Had to rewind and watch at least 4 times. What? Oh, wow. This was not just travel video, but art in itself. Visually stunning. the right amount of night sounds and footage compared to music. Okay. And the reflection of light. Oh my gosh, this is a long comment. And the lens was lovely. And the birds, my goodness. Yeah, the birds flying over in the spiral jetty really happened. Um, I had stopped recording and I was walking back to the car. And it's a good, 5-minute walk. And a whole fleet, I'm talking 30, 40 pelicans flew over. And they were chatting it up as they were flying by. I just cursed that I didn't have the camera running. I just cursed it and cursed it. God damn, I should have left the camera running. I should have left it running. But those seagulls that flew over, I'm glad I caught that because their squawks, them talking to each other, was echoing everywhere. It was amazing. What else does this person say? You made something I would have thought kind of odd and ho-hum and added it to make. Okay. He's basically saying I did something, I could have done the normal. It was on my wish list? Oh my gosh, I'll have a shower? Zeb, you rock, man. I didn't even realize I had that on my wish list. It's been forever since I looked at the wish list. What else is this guy saying? Oh, Zeb, thank you. I'm getting torn away. Two different things here. Yeah, woot woot. Definitely. This guy's David Southers. He's touching on something that I was worried that I might make the same mistake. Like, I don't want to make a travel video just to get people to come out here and look at this stupid freaking spiral thing on the ground. The thing next to it I think is more interesting. So what did I do? I waited till night to shoot night vision, false color images of what I was seeing. And I liked the images better because it enhanced the environment that I'm in. It's such a strange alien place. The night vision camera really brought that out. It felt like you were on a different planet, hopefully, is what I was trying to do. So what else does he say here? All others would have been, look guys, dang, ain't it neat? But I think you found the thing that will make you you, and not the same stuff everyone can do. Oh, he commented on another video, and he's referencing that here. He's referencing Grafton. The video town I commented on yesterday where you took the shots of you entering and exiting the buildings from different angles and the creative editing and flow, I think will set you apart, at least from me, from everyone. I've seen people try this on the tube and not pull it off. Bravo, my friend. No T and A can do this. No tits and ass can do this. So much work for little reward is a true art. I hope it pays off. I do too. That person was referencing David Southers. It was referencing the Grafton video, the ghost town with the cemetery that I thought I heard people singing it. That video took a long time to shoot. I knew what I wanted to do. I went back to old school cinematography learnings and shot it like old school cinematographers would. You look at the subject matter, you look at the light, you look at how much time you have on location, and how can you squeeze all these shots in. I keep it easy. I did I did things the right way, the way I remember learning how they did it back in the day, and it worked here. So yeah, I think I've seen other people try to do similar kind of editing, but not pull it off. Um, I was hoping that someone would comment on it, and here it is. David commented on the fact that I, I edit differently. That was a really nice compliment. That's really nice to read stuff like that. People are getting what I'm trying to do. The spiral jetty is what he was commenting on originally, and as you know, I don't have any dialogue in that because what is there to add? You get a sculptor who in the 70s was paid $6,000 to create an art piece out on a jetty. He arranged rocks and salt and sand in a fashion that was basically like drawing on dirt with rocks. And to me, that's not a sculpture. So it kind of let me down in that fashion. I wasn't impressed with the spiral jetty. The area as a whole, if you ask me, is very magical, including the spiral jetty. But the spiral jetty is not what makes that location. It's the total surroundings. You really have to go out there to understand what I'm saying. The spiral jetty is really dwarfed by the Great Salt Lake and the vastness that it has. Um, it made the spiral jetty look like a little speck out there. And anyway, I'm ranting. That was a nice comment, though. I really appreciate people leaving comments like that. I really dig that people are watching some of my older videos, too. I get comments on my older videos once in a while. I see them pop up in my notifications. And this is what I'm getting at a few weeks ago when I was talking about um, making quality videos from the very beginning. Um, if you keep that up over time, putting all that time and effort and that blood and sweat into your editing will pay off because people will go back and watch your older videos if they're still good back then. So the sooner you start applying that rule to all the videos you put out, the more time you spend in editing, refining, smoothing things out. That little tick you hear between scenes, do you really want that there, or do you blend it out somehow? Do you edit that out? Um, that weird bump in the camera when you're panning, do you leave that in? Do you take it out? All those things add up after time or after a while, and it adds up to a lot of time in editing. But then again, you learn from editing, and when you go back in the field to do more shoots, you're better at what you do. So it goes hand in hand, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I'm rambling again. I just wish I had started doing what I'm doing now a long time ago. But no regrets. I am very blessed to be able to do what I'm doing right now. And that's all I got right now. Unless you guys have a time machine that I don't know about. The one I'm on right now has no reset button to go back in time. So, like a video game. I'm stuck with what I got, and I'm moving forward, and I'm having a good time doing it. With you guys all included. What are the comments here? I'm sorry, I was not paying attention to what I should be paying attention to. Comments, Larry, comments. Holy cow, we got 36 people here. Hello. 34, excuse me. 34 people. Oh, you like that night vision camera that picks up the stars at night, Bobby? I pick up all kinds of weird stuff you can't see with your naked eye. I've seen things in the sky with that camera that almost look like spaceships, like doing bursts of like retro rockets to change their direction or something. Um, When I looked up with my, you know, line of, with my regular eyesight, I just saw regular stars. But when you look through the monitor, you see something spurting, and it's like, what the heck? It must have been some kind of satellite maneuvering or something. I don't know. Amazing stuff you see in the sky at night with that camera. I pulled it off well in editing. Thank you very much, Joey. Thank you, Agent Officer Thomas A. Porter, DPO. Thank you very much for your compliment. I do appreciate that. I don't willy-nilly my videos. I pay a lot of attention and detail. I apply a lot of detail to what I'm doing. I'm proud of my work, I guess I should say. Tom Slick, Larry, what is the biggest on wish list? Let me address that without looking at the comments. I'm going to turn it over. My viewers, my supporters of this channel, most of them are on this live stream. I have to say a big thank you to. The pants that I'm wearing are from a viewer. A lot of the dry food items I've been here are from you guys. A lot of the equipment that I use are from you guys. The mosquito net that I use on top of this vehicle are from you guys. The night vision camera is from Foremost Authority. Slick, if you're out there, thank you very much for the 3-axis gimbal from Zhiyun. The Crane Plus or Crane 2, I forget which one I have. It kicks ass. The biggest thing on my wish list these days are not material things. They are, well, it is material. It's money. Money fuels the tank, and the tank fuels my channel. It's gotten to the point where I don't really need items anymore. I need replenishments. I need the food items that I get regularly from you guys. That's great and all, but really what it boils down to is I need more content. And that's what's really driving me right now. So the biggest thing on my wish list right now, and I hate to say this because it's going to sound materialistic, but it's money. Money will put fuel in this tank and we'll get videos out to you guys. I got about 20 videos from my last trip at 2 a week. That's not too bad. But after those are done, I need to keep them going. I could continue doing this, but what slows me down and puts me back into Pahrump are funds mostly. I come back here because it's my home base. I know where everything's at. I know safe places to camp. I know everything about it. But yeah, biggest thing on my wish list is that. Did I answer your question correctly? It's the biggest thing on my wish list. Fuel money. I need to be sponsored by Chevron or Shell or a big fuel conglomerate because that's my biggest overhead is fuel. Hey Squirrel, how you doing, buddy? You like all those? You're still eating, huh? I don't know what they look at. What are you guys looking at? What do you think when you look off onto the horizon like that? Seriously, can you just wagging your tail like you see something? He just ran into a hole. He must have saw a bird of some sort. What's this? What night vision camera are you using? Zeb asked me which one. I'm using the Psionics. The Psionics night vision camera. Now, how I came into possession of that is it's a long story, but basically it was from a viewer. But it's a great camera. The whole video was shot on that camera. The Spiral Jetty was shot on that camera. Even the day shots were shot on it. It's like a GoPro, but for night vision cameras. It has the ability to do night vision in false color or green that you normally see, or you can switch it to twilight, which I used in the morning, and then you can go on full day use. It's an all-in-one kind of camera. It's really meant to be mounted to a rifle or some kind of gun for a sight or a scope. So yeah, it's really a nice little addition to my cameras, my equipment. Can you prioritize? Yeah, I'm a project manager. I prioritize like nobody's business. Catherine, doo, doo, doo. I can hear the music going for what's that show called? Was Scully in it? Oh, I forget his name. I forgot the show's name. I do want a teardrop, but not right now. I'm comfortable with what I have. Everything I have right now is perfect. For me to do these types of videos, I need to be able to travel quickly. Having a teardrop will slow me down, and it will also prevent me from camping at all the spots I normally camp at. This camp spot, not really. I can pull a teardrop in here, no problem. But if I'm going into an unknown area like I was in Utah, I couldn't have gone to any of the spots I went to camp with a teardrop. I don't have that type of vehicle, so. Bill says, I tell you how good a job you do on your videos, but then people might think you like me. Well, hopefully you do. And on a gentlemanly level, I think we all appreciate each other's company, you know. Shauna, have a good lunch. Well, I can handle the food. I can handle the other items that I need on a recurring basis. What's hard to handle are the huge fuel bills that I have to endure to get these things done. I mean, I went around Utah twice. The last time you guys went around a state twice in one trip, that was a lot of fuel. That was a lot of mountains I went through. But I know Utah like the back of my hand right now, and I could travel through it comfortably for years to come. And that's what I want to do is to do the same thing in every state, learn it, and then start traveling with it and grow my roots in a weird temporary way to learn the stories that you get. Like, I would never have learned the stories I know about Shoshone and Death Valley Junction and Tecopa without being here and living here, you know, at least temporarily, and soaking all that local, you know, the local stories up, I guess. X-Files, thank you. Doo, doo, doo. The X-Files, thank you. I'm terrible at singing, so I've tried reproducing the X-Files song and just it came out like crud, sorry. Um, trying to catch up on what you guys are talking about here. Yeah, the prices are going up in fuel. And there's no way around it. I mean, you need fuel to do this. There's just, you can't get around that problem. And That's the biggest obstacle I have in producing or being free to do whatever I need to do. $30,000 a year, that must be nice. I need a sponsor from a fuel company. What do you guys think? I'd be a poster child for Elon Musk in his new truck. Set up my solar panels and charge the car up so I can travel again. That would be the way to go. But right now, that's just not. It's not in the cards. Yeah, the truck drivers have it even worse because those trucks don't do very well on fuel economy. But yes, folks, supporting the channel at this point is shifting over to putting fuel in the car, and that's my biggest focus right now is that. I look like a gangster actor. People think that I have similarities to Robert De Niro. You just joined my Patreon, Christine? Thank you. I lost a lot of Patreon members when I stopped putting up a lot of pictures of Sarah. A lot of people were into Sarah's photography that I was taking for her calendar, so I put some up over there. But I was getting the wrong members there. They were wanting more and more of her, and it's like, this is my channel. You want more of her? Go to her channel. But all those photographs are of they're my photographs for her to use or to select from for her calendars. Now let's get this very clear. Um, there was an agreement between Sarah Jane Woodall and I. I take photographs for free. I get to use what she doesn't use in her calendars for whatever I want to do, whether it's a calendar or any kind of thing. So I just put them up on my Patreon to attract people to come over there and check things out. I just was getting the wrong kind of membership. So I stopped doing that, and I stopped pretty much doing anything on Patreon because, well, it's a lot of overhead. And if you're there just to support my channel, that's what it's there for. Any contributions made there has a direct impact on what goes on my channel. So I get paid basically on the first or second from Patreon members. That's I get like $100 from that, 130, I think $135 on that a month, and that covers a little bit of fuel and food. I think on the 21st I get paid again, but this is from AdSense. So those are my two paydays. I get paid twice a month, the 21st and the 2nd. It's not a lot of money, folks, and that's the part I have the hugest problem with is fuel. So yeah. Pixel Peter, catch you later. Yeah, anything you guys can do to help the fuel issue would be greatly appreciated. That's my only big problem right now is that it's not equipment. It's not shoes, it's not clothing, it's not food, it's not anything in the car, it's not an attachment to the car, it's nothing like that. I am very content with what I have. I'm very proud of what I'm doing with this little small vehicle and how comfortable I can live out of it. But I want to do more videos. I got that itch. I just want to do more of what I just did in Utah, in other states, and just keep it going. And right now, your donations are fueling that passion, literally. So, yes. Hey, squirrels. I hear ya. Oh, that's a full-on rat. That's not a squirrel. That's a rat. It's about this big, fat, with a really long... Yeah, that's what I'm hearing at night. Okay. I know how to fix that problem. PayPal goes straight to my bank account. That's readily available, and as soon as I transfer to my account, which is takes maybe 30 seconds, it's in my account ready to use. Larry, have you thought of doing a Holiday Inn Express to have a weekend starving? What? For me to take photographs of someone else? Is that what you're talking about, Agent? It was a rat that I heard. I saw his back half of his body. It was not a squirrel. There's no one here. I'm talking to the rat. I talk to myself quite a bit at camp. Christine, they're very nice as long as they don't get the wires under the hood, which keeps this electronically run car running. I've already had one problem with rats trying to eat the inside of my car, so I'm very buttoned up all the time. I don't really leave my doors open for any long period of time for them to jump into. Okay. Scenic landscapes. Oh, sell my own photography. I see what you're saying. I wouldn't want to sell Wonder Hussey's photos. She's too iconic, I think, for me to do that. I took those photographs under a different context, I guess. That would be taking photographs that I use for and agreed upon to use them for something completely else. I don't think I'd want to do that. I was using her photographs to promote my channel, so I would have to get her permission to do that. I could do that, Eric. I am in a somewhat populated area. I see it. I see it. I see it. I see it. Did you see it? Don't look at that. Look at this. It's a mouse, but it's a big mouse. Sucker's big. It's big. It's a big boy. I've had that problem in. I got you, didn't I? That fly just got nailed. I had some kind of rodent eating the wiring in the X5 at one point when I was camping towards Death Valley. Haven't had that since, but I have been hearing scratching sounds at night coming from these trees, which I just aimed the camera at. BB gun, 9mm. Asian officer, I agree. I don't like hurting animals. Well, I did set some food out for the squirrels, but the rat was going over to eat those as well. Exactly. If it's full, it won't. That's the reason why I do the food out there. There's some food on a rock over here next to a bush for everyone to feed up on. So yeah, that's kind of what I do, Christine. I don't keep my hood open at night. I should though. I just haven't had an infestation problem yet. So I guess I'm waiting for something to happen, something bad to happen, before I do something that would be smart. Of course, isn't that how everyone does things? My camera setup, my gimbal setup from my video of Modena, that setup is my dream setup. I can't see me not using that. I can't ever see me not using that setup. The optical stabilization being on, as well as the image stabilization from the gimbal, makes it exactly what I'm looking for. So, yeah. Yeah, I know the trick of leaving the hood open. I just, it's not part of the routine until something bad happens. Sorry, that's just how it is. Okay, guys, I'm gonna end the live stream. It's been a buck 22, so I'll catch you guys in a bit. Thanks for tuning in. Donations are accepted through PayPal or Super Chat or whatever way you want to do it. But it's all there. Patreon as well. All the details down below. Thank you very much for your time today. And send me any kind of questions or comments. You can leave them down below too. I read those as well. But I will catch you guys on the next live stream, which will be soon, hopefully. But until next week, the next video, I got plenty to choose from. But more to come. Thanks for tuning in. I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Are you sure you want to? Yes, I'm sure. Why do you think I'm here on this screen? And you guys said you were going to change this. You never did. I don't understand. You say one thing, you do another.